Good evening, this is Rich. This is the Sunday Stroll. This is the Suffolk Crunch. And this is the Arsenal match review. So firstly, we will go for, we'll hit a big target. We'll go for 400 likes. So if you're watching this video, hit the like button. It's totally free. Takes about a second. The little thumbs up. Press that. Press the subscribe. Turn on the notifications bell. So every time I drop a video, it will go to whatever device you watch it on. Anyway, we took on Arsenal today. We didn't expect much. We didn't get a lot. Ipswich Town 0, Arsenal 4. It might be short and sweet tonight, this video, because there's only so much you can keep saying when you keep getting beaten and you keep getting slapped. And Town are literally now on the verge of relegation. Leicester have gone down tonight. They've lost 1-0 to Liverpool, so a decent showing from the Foxes, but they've been relegated, so it looks like Town next Saturday at St James's Park will have our relegation fate sealed. One change today to the team. Jacob Greaves came in for Cam Burgess for Arsenal. There was a lot of their players who played against Madrid, which I was nearly hit my head on a twig. I was hoping they might rest a few, but Rice was playing. Saka, we'll get more into him in a minute. Bukayo Saka, he was the villain for a lot of Ipswich Town fans. Not quite sure why, but we'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, look, it was men against boys today for me. Arsenal, look, second in the Premier League, as we sung to them, second. Again, ole ole, as they were singing about Town getting relegated. Arsenal, very, very, their fans insufferable. So I'm hoping that PSG actually dump them out the Champions League, because if they win it, we will never, ever hear the end of it. That's my little rant about Arsenal. And why are you worried about Ipswich getting relegated, lads? Come on, you've got bigger fish to fry. You're better than that. Yeah, 1-0 down in 14 minutes. Leandro Trossard. Saka with the assist down the right, cutting it back. Trossard through O'Shea's legs. I think Palmer was probably a little bit unsighted there. Then it was 2. The second goal was a quality goal. Saka crossed it in, flicked by Moreno. Martinelli with his 50th goal for Arsenal at the back post. And then come the major talking point on, I think it was about 32 minutes. Leif Davis goes in on Saka, and the referee produces a red card. Now, a lot of people at the time probably thinking it's a bit harsh when you watch it back. Look, I'm a massive Leif Davis fan, and when I do these videos, I try and be impartial. You know, I don't just see it all through the Ipswich Town lens. And I think if you're looking at that tonight, that challenge, it's a shocker. It's a shocker of a challenge. You cannot say, this is what a lot of Town fans have been saying on Twitter and on the socials. Yeah, but if it was against us, it wouldn't be a red card. That doesn't make it right. You cannot say, just because there might be a foul against us, that you don't know that. When you look at, look, I'll look at the Tarkowski challenge on McAllister in the Merseyside derby. How that was not a red at the time when the referees see it, and you only give him a yellow, right? But you have to take these incidents for what they are. In an isolated instance, that is a red card for Leif Davis. I'm sorry, I'm a massive Leif Davis fan. I think if anybody knows me, I'll always fight his corner, but I'm afraid tonight I can't really be sticking up for him, because I think it's just probably born out of a lot of frustration. You know, not from just today, but from probably the season. Did he mean it intentionally? I don't think so. I just think it's one of them ones where he's frustrated and he's caught Saka. And now for Leif, the real disappointing thing for him is that he's going to miss the game. He's going to miss 3 games, but he's going to miss Newcastle next week. Leif's a Geordie. I speak to his brother quite regular. He was really, really looking forward to that game. Obviously, going back to St James's, playing for Town in the Premier League. And he's had that taken away from him. So look, football is very, very cruel. But yeah, I don't think Leif's got a lot of complaints there. That's just my personal view. Leave your comments, because I know there'll probably be quite a lot of comments on it in this video. So this is football, isn't it? It's all about opinions, but in my opinion, it's a red card all day long. And then obviously we take off Jack Clark to bring the extra defender on. We bring Cam Burgess on. There was no Connor Townsend on the bench. He's succumbed to injury. He's got a hamstring, so he probably won't be available for the foreseeable. Boniface was on the bench, the young lad from Chelsea. Way too much to ask to chuck him on today in a game like this against Saka. But yeah, Jacob Greaves went to left back and Cam Burgess come on. And then for some unknown reason, Town fans, we're booing Saka out the place. I don't really get it. I do get it a little bit. It's obviously, look, he's playing for the opposition. There's been a foul on him. There's a red card. We think we probably are done by. But when you get home and watch it on the telly, or you watch it at the game at half time, or you see it out the back on the screens, yeah, there's no complaints. But Saka did go on to miss one absolute sitter, curled another one just wide, and then they took him off just after half time to protect him. So, but yeah, second half it turned into well, when we went down to 10, it was an absolute procession for the Gunners, men against boys. They added a third goal through Trossard, fourth through Wanyeri, big deflection. It came off both Dar O'Shea and Cameron Burgess. And yeah, look, it was hard for Town to get hold of the ball. Arsenal are a very, very good side. Let's not make no bones about it. They're going to come up short in the Premier League. But they're still in the Champions League, like I said earlier, just having a bit of fun there. But obviously they beat Madrid in the week. They beat Madrid home and away. So was it really any shock that they rolled over little old Ipswich 4-0? Not really. But yeah, it could have been more than 4. And Town, I think it's the first time in our history we've lost 7 on the bounce at home. Is there anything we could have done about that today? I don't think so. We've all said about the gap is absolutely huge. And when you go down to 10 men, 30 minutes in, you've still got to play over an hour with 10. It's just then it's sort of damage limitations. I thought George Hurst did put in a really good shift up top. When he actually did get the ball and he was fighting with Saliba and Kirioff, the other centre-half, I thought he'd done well, tried his best. He had the one good effort for Town in the second half when he cut him from the left and he's curled it just wide. But as for a man of the match, I mean, it's really difficult to pick a man of the match when you lose a game 4-0. I'd probably go George Hurst if I'm honest. I thought Palmer done quite well in the goal. But yeah, real difficult afternoon. But we just got to dust ourselves down, head to St James's next week, and just do the best that we can. Obviously Newcastle, they'll be looking to get back on the horse after losing 4-1 to Villa. So yeah, chasing the Champions League, aren't they? They're in that mix with about 4 other clubs. So I expect a very, very difficult afternoon. But yeah, like I say, injuries biting again. There was no Broadhead on the bench. There was no Phillips, no Hutchinson. Obviously no Townsend today. And normally, like we have one centre half on the bench. We have Burgess, we had Wolfie, Ben Godfrey appeared. Boniface was on there, so pretty limited in what we could bring on. Obviously, Jack Taylor come on at half time for Julio and Ciso, get a bit of legs. Jack Clark again hauled off when there was a red card, like he was when Axel got sent off at Villa. So felt a little bit sorry for him, but probably it's needs must, innit? Someone's got to be sacrificed. But yeah, just leave your comments what you thought to the game, what you thought to the red card. But like I say, it's a bit difficult when you keep doing these videos and you're probably saying the same things over and over again. And I try not to repeat myself, and I try like to keep it fresh. But yeah, anyway, enjoy your Easter, everybody. Hope you got loads of Easter eggs. Got one more day off. Well, some of us have, but I haven't. I've got to work tomorrow morning. But if you're out tonight having a few beers, enjoy it. Enjoy the rest of the bank holiday weekend. 400 likes. Hit the subscribe. See you on the next video. Upper Town.